Top 5 Lessons from Danlok. Now, for those of you who've never heard of Danlok, you probably wonder, who is Danlok, the famous Danlok? Well, let's delve a bit into his portfolio and his personality. Danlok, also nicknamed the Asian Dragon, is a Chinese-Canadian multimillionaire entrepreneur, speaker, consultant, best-selling author, influencer and one of the world's leading experts in internet marketing. Known as the king of high-ticket sales, he has created a network of multi-million-dollar companies. He's got a monster YouTube channel of over 2.52 million followers. It's one of the biggest business channel in the world. And all that, he's 39 years old and retired since the age of 27. Incredible, right? So let's see some of the top lessons we can learn from his success journey. Lesson 1. You never know what can happen. No one ignores this, but we always like to hide away from the reality. No one wishes, but it can happen that tomorrow the person sponsoring your education or the person taking care of you, giving you money, or any other similar thing, is no more able to do that, or even worst, is no more. What are you going to do? Have you thought of that? Unfortunately, many skip this part of reality, which is clearly a potential possibility. Remember, life is unpredictable, perhaps the most unpredictable thing for humanity, and you never know what is coming next. Don't ever get too comfortable, always be ready to change. This has to be something you take very seriously, and Danlok's experience with his mum is clearly one of these situations. He says himself, I quote, "That reminded me you just never know what can happen." Lesson 2. Money is important in life. Yes, you got it. I know many like claiming, money is not good, money gives pride, rich people are bad and so on. But most of the times those who say such things, it's because they don't have. Give them the money and their attitude changes completely. Well, that was just an aside. But the truth is, money is essential for everything you do in life. You clearly wouldn't have gone to school if there was no money to pay for your studies. Many children round the world don't school, die of hunger, have no shelter because of money. It's painful, but it's the reality. However, it's crucial to make the point, money isn't the most important thing in life and will clearly not replace your loved ones. And this is an important lesson Danlok teaches us, I quote from him. Money can't buy love or time, but it can give you a career that gives you the flexibility and the income level to spend the time you want with your loved ones. Make the nuance. Lesson 3. Master, don't dabble. There are many people that say they want to succeed, but I think for most it's just a claim. The reason why many people aren't successful nor matter the domain of life is because they dabble and don't master one thing at a time. The beginning is always the toughest part in anything we do. But if you keep focused and put in the work to master one thing at a time, the better you get. Don't try to do everything all at once. It is difficult because it takes patience and lots of time working hours and hours to become a master at something. Danlok is known as the high-ticket closer, because he's become a master at that. He says, productivity is more like a muscle, you have to train it and gradually grow it, before you can become a productivity master. To follow the path, look to the master, follow the master, walk with the master, see through the master and become the master. Lesson 4. Stay humble. Humility is the quality of having a modest view of one's importance. Humility is one of the most powerful and important attributes of training. Learning to become humble helps build trust, which is the key to leadership development and crushing your goals. And this is a quality that makes Danlok's greatness. He is fond of saying, if you don't humble your ego will humble you. Humility is crucial to success. Many people become successful in wealth but lose their character, because success is not what you get, but what you become as a person. Lesson 5. Value your loved ones. This is something we usually neglect. We are sometimes too busy doing other things we forget the primary actors who helped us to be where we are. Make the most of friends and relatives while they are here so you have no regrets once they are gone. Career, work and other considerations can wait, life and ultimately death do not. One of the greatest comforts during bereavement is knowing that you made the most of the time you had with your loved one. We slowly drift apart from becoming strangers out of convenience. This is one of the tragedies of modern life. Here comes the end. Hope you'll have a deep thought on these lessons and try to reshape your life where necessary. Like, subscribe and share the video in order to impact more than one with this message. Leave us a comment below and as usual see you soon on Exuberance Mood for even more epic subjects.